Whoa,
Those are the flaps. Okay,
Let's keep-
careful with the
let's-
flaps.
I gotta keep this over. All right, Scott, we got something on the top that we're keeping the black paper over right now.
No, you can go ahead and, she can see those pictures, okay?
All right, but first,
Well,
So Mom,
okay.
oh, did they move?
so this is
No.
what it is.
Okay,
Now,
it's pretty blurry for us to see. I don't know, Doug.
Oh,
can you
for
see that?
heaven's
It's-
We can hear though.
Okay.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
gosh.
you can look at the pictures, and inside there's a little story, and I'm going to read the story to you. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me very well?
Yeah,
Yes, very well.
Yes.
I'm going to read the
So open
story,
this up.
and you just look at the pictures. All right?
On the front?
Yeah.
On the front.
just on the front.
I'll tell you when to open it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. In 1975, a young man and his wife went to a local auction one Saturday evening in Painesville, Ohio, as a form of entertainment on a young married couple's budget. This young man had a little bit of money that was burning a hole in his pocket and anxious to see just what looked most interesting. His curiosity got the upper hand and he took a chance. He bought an unopened cardboard box that just might contain valuable treasures for the $2 he was ready to part with. Upon returning home with the box and opening it, he found amongst the collection of unrelated items an old letter addressed to a judge who lived in Painesville, Ohio. On closer examination, he found that it was a handwritten letter from a son to his folks, and was written when the United States was at war with Germany during the Christmas season of 1940. He thought it would be nice to return it to the judge's family. Sadly, the limited tools available to him in 1975, and not finding anyone locally who could point him in the right direction, he placed the letter and its contents with his existing collection of sentimental treasures. After 36 years, 14 moves, and one of the many but sporadic viewings of this letter nestled among his trove of personal treasures, he casually solicited the help of a friend. The friend was an instructor at a community computer lab, and he hoped that this man might have some ideas about how to resume the quest. He wasn't sure how or even if a connection could be made between this old letter and the author's family. If anyone could, his dear friend would be that person. The instructor's approach was simple, but absolutely brilliant. Turn the challenge over to the computer class and ask them to work as a team to find the right person to whom to give this letter. Their goal was to reach a successful conclusion by Christmas. Who would have ever known at the time that the warm personal letter written by a midshipman at the United States Naval Academy, a Winfield Scott Slocum III, to his parents, Judge Winfield Scott Slocum II and Grace Rosanna Slocum, would begin a special journey? Was it coincidence that it was to be delivered to his wife, Eleanor May Slocum, for her to see for the very first time 71 years later? How does the miracle of planting the seed, of writing a personal note during the early dark days of World War II, and cast into the random and untraceable world for 35 years, be recognized, captured, and cherished as an uncut diamond by one special young man, a Robert Darby? Why was this particular man entrusted to hold on to this uncut gem for 36 more years as it silently grew into a true gem quality treasure? Why was that specific moment chosen to seek the help of a friend, a Rex Maynard, to return the envelope and letter, yellowed by time, to its rightful heir? One may even question what inspired his teacher to engage the diverse talents of 13 students at the community computer lab to pull together to work as a team. Having reached into the expansive electronic universe, the team had pieced together a series of clues and leads which connected them to a descended son and grandson of the young man who wrote and mailed the letter decades earlier. The destination is now almost reached for the midshipman third class, who had momentarily been distracted from his preparations for going to war, to write, "Dear Mother and Father, Eleanor arrived safely, and I'm having my Christmas now that Eleanor is here. From this day forward, this Christmas day will be remembered as a day of miracles. Today, the spirit of a man speaks again to his wife through a written message he composed 45 years before his death and delivered 26 years after his passing. Today, his message is being received by his widow, Eleanor Slocum, in the presence of their 4 children, and their grand and great-grandchildren." So, Mom, if you would open the box.
Wow.
In there, what you'll first see is the story that I just told you. And then underneath it is the letter that Dad wrote to his parents back in December of 1940.
That is
Oh
amazing.
my gosh.
That's amazing.
Wow. You gonna read it, Scott?
I'll read the letter to everyone. Dear Mother and Father, a little time before chapel, so here goes. Eleanor arrived safely after having missed the Turnerville in Baltimore. The train was a little late, and there isn't much spare time to get across town. Mrs. Mack met her at the train. We have been having a swell time, and it is grand to have her here. I just wish you all could have come. I managed to get through classes Saturday morning. We had a full lecture, so that didn't count.
Daddy.
Then we had Skinny, and I actually got all the answers in the slip.
Chemistry.
Besides that, I got through all of Christmas week without swinging in the trees.
Good job, Dad.
I met Eleanor at Mrs. Mack's, and then we went out and had something to eat. After that, we went to a show and then to the informal. The weather has been very poor. It rained some and has been foggy, so you can't even see the 2nd Battalion from our room. It is clearing up a bit now and may turn nice. Last night we ate at Artman's. The hop was very crowded, but we had a good time. They had 3 officers on watch to see that everyone behaved. I hear they're going to have 4 for the New Year's Eve hop. Guess they don't trust us. Bill ran into some bad luck Friday.
Bill.
Bill.
Busey.
Bill Busey.
Maybe Bill Busey.
Yeah.
Bill ran into some more bad luck Friday. We had a game with a team from Baltimore, that is the first 2 teams. We won 49-35. Well, anyway, Bill tried to dribble through a couple of the boys. They put a beautiful block on him. He went up in the air and lit on his wrist and broke it.
Oops.
He has it in a cast now, and will have for about 6 weeks. That puts an end to his basketball for a while. Well, he can concentrate on his studies for a while. He went to the hop and had to wear one of Flatterman's gloves so it would go over the cast. Well, I'm glad to hear Wes likes his service so much. It's about time he found something he really goes for. Here's hoping he can get leave about the same time we have ours. You really had a big Christmas. I'm glad you liked the towels and bathrobes. There wasn't anything else I could think of. Don't worry about me. There is so little we can have or use. I'm having my Christmas now that Eleanor is down. There isn't much more news for now. So I'll secure and go to chapel for my Sunday morning nap. I wrote and thanked Aunt Winifred and Aunt Agnes,
Oh,
which reminds me, have you seen Paul and Nancy? And how is Mrs. Paget? I'll write again soon and thank Mary Ann for her picture. Until later, love to you all, Scott. It's just absolutely a miracle that we were contacted by this computer lab, and they contacted Scotty 5 through email, having looked it up through the wonder of the universe of computers and all the connections that there are.
Wow.
And we then made connection to Bob Darby and to Rex Maynard to bring this all to you. And I received the letter about a week and a half ago so that we could put it in some kind of presentation so that you can review it. If you turn the page past the letter,
Turn the page.
there's you'll find an envelope. You'll find also a menu that was written for the Christmas dinner for the Naval Academy in 1940 for Christmas. And also there's some negatives that Lon may be able to make some pictures of. It's pretty hard to tell what they are. There are about 4 of them. And then there's a picture which Bob and Rex thought may be Dad, but I don't think that's Dad.
This one of
I think it's maybe one of his classmates. And then there's the envelope in there. And then in the very back, I have bound just copied pages from the website that this computer class had as they were going through looking for descendants of Dad. So, and that's in there. It may or may not make a lot of sense to you. It has a lot of repetition, but that's what's in that box. And then I've made, also there's a collage of pictures of Mom and Dad and Grandma and Grandpa Slocum at about the same time, about Christmas 1940 to 42, right before they were married and right after they were married. So that's there's a picture in there, Mom, of that also.
Keep turning.
And what I have is I made a book up for everybody, and I'll send them on, and they're bound. They're not quite as elaborate as this, but it has a copy of the letter, has a copy of the story, has a copy of the picture, and the envelope, and the menu. And that will be sent on to everybody after Christmas. But we had a little problem with our color copier at work, so I couldn't get it all done and into the box before that was sent on. But Mom, take some time, look through it. I know that there's a ton of memories that this is going to bring back to you.
Oh, thank you, honey.
So, you have any questions? And you're frozen in time right now, Mom.
Yeah, you froze.
Oh, it's wonderful that you could do this. Yeah,
Well,
Scotty.
Thank
Thank you,
It's
all of
not
you.
part of the 71 years that this letter has been traveling around.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
That's awesome.
I can hardly believe this.
Hey,
Jason's there now.
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Everybody.
Jason's here now.
Can we get Jason up here?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason!
The picture works. Grams, there you
Okay,
are.
now you're good. Now you're good.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jason knows!
Hey, Jay.
Can't see his face.
Hey, man. How you guys doing? Good.
Good.
Hey, Jason.
Hi.
Hey, Jason!
That's my brother and his, and that's my grams and my aunts, and Ben's in the background over there.
That's Mom. Come on, Alex and Brian.
There's you.
Okay.
She got that.
Yeah, there
Am I
you
back?
All right.
go.
All right.
There's Alex.
Here's Alex. Here's Brian.
And that's Brian. He was the one with the big face earlier. And Lon is hiding behind.
Lon
Sandy.
and Lon back here. Getting there.
All right.
I didn't see you back there.
I'm here.
All right. The whole gang is here.
The whole gang. Woo, woo!
Good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So we just started cooking our dinner. It just went in about an hour ago now. And so it's going to take us a little while to do that. We can leave this on and you can talk and point and do whatever you want for a while. Or I'm not sure what's on your all's game table. So what would you like to do, Mom?
What would you like to do, Mom? What would I like to do? I'd like to hug you all. Yeah, give me a big hug.
Time to give you a big hug.
Oh, this is so wondrous.
Yeah, you did say something.
We should learn to Skype long time ago.
Oh, bless your heart. Better late than never.
We want to hear what 5 and 6 have been doing today, and Michelle and Marie. How's your Christmas been going? Because you are all. We need to hear you guys.
Yeah,
So
they're
far it's been
fantastic.
great, but hey, first, Dad, great job on the whole package and presentation. I thought that was perfect.
Yeah.
When I read it, I was really inspired. I didn't see the letter, nor could I read it from the pictures that they had on the website. It wasn't until it arrived that I got to really read it and decipher it. And I'm guessing at a couple of the words, but you can guess which ones I'm guessing at. Because Dad's writing is kind of like Jason's. It's about 1/8 of an inch tall.
Yeah.
And lots of loops and whatever, where you probably shouldn't have any. So some of those things are probably not quite. But thanks. It was fun. I have to tell you, it was pretty heartwarming when I read it and when I was putting it together. We sat in there, had to cry a little bit as I was putting the things together. We were saying, okay, we're going to have a few tears over this one.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So anyway.
That's going to be hard to top. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Right.
You did an amazing job.
Somewhere in your past, have you ever written a letter that contained your soon-to-be wife's name or anything about it? And if so, is it going to take a journey like this one?
Yeah, crazy.
I know. And I think Grandpa Slocum, he passed away in 1968. And that was the reason why they couldn't connect in Painesville, because he and Grandma were the last ones in Painesville at the time. And Grandpa Slocum died in 68. And then Grace went to Portland, Beaverton, Oregon, and with Aunt Mary Ann. And she was there. And I think she lived until about 1983. And actually, Doug, you and I, or Scotty, you and I went down and saw her at Aunt Mary Ann's one time. You came out, you were not very old at the time, but we had just moved up here. And we went down and saw Scott and Mark and Greg Goddard. Anyway, you probably don't remember.
I was 8.
You were about Scotty's age. You were a couple years older than what Scotty is right now.
But when did Claude die?
When did Claude die?
Yeah.
Before Mary Ann did.
Before.
I'm going to have to say it was probably 1980.
Yeah.
Because Mary Ann passed away in about 85 or 86. She had a liver, something wrong with her liver. She was very jaundiced. I think she was jaundiced when we went down to visit her. But Grandma Slocum had Alzheimer's and had been living that way for quite a while. But she was the nicest little old lady that you ever met. She was just so polite, and she didn't even know Mary Ann at the time we were there. But it was good to connect with her and see her.
And her skin was like peach. Her skin was like a peach on her face. I remember her skin was like,
Grandma Slocum?
yeah, it was like peach fuzz. She was so sweet.
And I used a little poetic justice. I don't know if the cardboard box was really open or not, but in 1940 we were not truly at war with Germany. It wasn't until the day after Pearl Harbor that Hitler declared war on us. But we were supporting the Brits in having destroyers follow the convoys and protect them against submarines. So even though the war wasn't declared with us, we were in a position. So again, I use a little, because that's exactly what Dad was doing. He was preparing to possibly go out and guard a convoy. So anyway,
Wonderful.
it was exciting.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Great.
Oh,
Big hug.
yeah, thank you, Scott.
Hey, and Mom, look at the picture, the one picture of the guy in there, and maybe you can tell who it was.
No.
You know, I'm guessing it may be Bill Busick, and I'm not sure who Wes is.
Yeah. Yeah, this
I
guy.
think Wes is somebody from Ohio. Oh, Wes Tucker.
Okay,
Yeah, right here. This guy right here.
and what service did he go into?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't look
That's
like
definitely not Dad.
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah, it's
Dad.
not, I didn't think it was Dad.
It doesn't look like Wes Tucker either.
No, but it could be Bill Busick or, who knows?
It's not Bill Busey.
Oh, no, it's not
But
Bill.
it was important enough that he put it in the letter to send to Grandma and Grandpa Slocum.
Didn't say anything on the back of the picture, right?
No.
Yeah, your grandma's. Your grandma.
Are you talking, Grandma? Hey, Mom,
Yes.
are you saying anything?
No.
I'm looking and I just can hardly believe all of this.
There you go. You wait around long enough and all these good things happen.
Oh, it's so wonderful to even see a letter from him, your dad.
But you'll have plenty of time to just sit and look at it and examine it. I'm sure you'll do
Thank
that.
you.
And thanks for putting it together for the rest of us.
Oh,
Sending it.
well, you're very welcome. It was really a fun project.
That was
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
there's also,
everybody.
there's an epilogue in the, behind the story to the people that, helped us on that. And I'm gonna be sending them a copy of this as well. And I don't know if we had any pictures taken or anything, but Doug, if you would take some pictures of Mom with that and email them to me, then I'm gonna send them along with the things to Rex and to Bob.
Well,
Good idea.
Brian has he's been standing there with his Nikon taking a video.
Okay, great.
video?
Yeah. So he'll make a copy and send it to you.
Cool.
Super.
Yeah, Scotty. You
All
don't
right.
know what to do.
Yay!
Oh, and Mom, I'm going to show you. Here's the gray day.
What is it? A great
Oh,
day.
their view.
But it's
What?
out.
The
Looking
view
out.
Oh,
Wow.
wonderful. Oh, yeah. Good.
We had a windstorm about 3 hours ago, and it knocked the power out.
Oh,
About a half an hour, so we weren't so sure we were going to be able
Oh
to
my
do it.
gosh.
Goodness. Well, we got lucky.
I'll say.
So are you on generator?
No, the generator comes on, but unfortunately, it doesn't hook up this stuff.
You're right.
It handles all the important
Yeah, it doesn't do the
stuff.
fluff, yeah.
All those things that we need. The refrigerator.
Right.
Wow. Oh, show us the rest of the room, Scott.
Right.
Move it the other way. We want to see the rest of the
We
room.
want the whole house tour.
Give us a tour.
Picture. It's a big picture back there. We haven't finished the house.
Oh, come on. So far, it looks good.
No, the cord's not on. Here, I'll show you the Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, wait a minute, look. There's Michelle right in front of the Christmas tree.
Hi.
See?
There you go.
Oh, there's Caleb. Break dancer.
We're on board ship now.
Yeah. Oh, God. No, we'll make a season.
Yeah, thank you. How's that?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm feeling a little green.
All right.
Steady as she goes.
Marie and Scotty.
Okay.
And, oh gosh, it's amazing.
Who wants to speak?
I think 6. You ought to say something like, "Hi."
Hey, show him your shirt. Look at this shirt he's wearing.
Hi!
All right.
Yeah. That's cool.
See, it's Winfield Scott.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
It looks like it almost looks like he's an Eagles fan.
Oh.
Heck no, not in this house.
Eagle fan.
They got shorts on. Got a ping pong paddle.
Yeah, that's what he's wearing.
Yeah.
What's the temperature out there?
I know.
Mr. Maxwell, 3rd grade. What do you like?
Art.
Ooh.
Riding horses,
We get the cards?
four-wheeling.
Card with the horse, him on the horse and all?
We did.
Yes, we did.
Yes, 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 yes.
We like that. We like the hat. We like the hat.
And then he plays baseball. He does a lot of that too.
Who coaches them?
Oh, yes, thank you. So good.
What position are you playing, Scotty?
Third base.
Uh-huh.
Well, pitching. He did some pitching last season.
All right. Are you the strikeout king?
No.
Actually, his first time pitching, he struck 2 batters out, and then you threw one out at first base.
Wow.
Wow. You're our hero, Scotty.
Yeah, better than the rest of the team.
What did he do? What did you do, Scotty, when you got up to bat? What'd you do then?
In one game, I was a scorekeeper, and he had 4 at-bats. They have 5-inning games. He got a double in each of the 4 times he came up, and he got 7 RBIs.
Wow. Are you kidding? That's a record.
Wow.
It's got to be a record.
Yay!
Hey, when you're scorekeeper, your team wins.
That's pretty exciting. Yeah, it looks like it's real nice temperature there. You
Yeah,
guys are
what
in
is it?
shorts, and we're here. What is it?
Coming in right now. It's about 72.
Oh,
74.
Must be nice.
Yeah, just laugh.
We're so jealous.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh,
Yeah, it's good to see you guys too. Crazy technology.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we feel like we're in another world somehow. It's amazing.
Just the beginning.
Yeah, the sun is just going down here. It's probably about 40, 45 degrees.
Oh, funny.
Hey, Marie, you look just like you always looked. You look great.
yeah, you do. It's so good to see you.
No, I don't have much of a chance to change.
We had an early Christmas, and then we had some family come over and did like a brunch, and we still got